Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Well, it's a beautiful day here, a little windy, but temperature's only like 70, 76, somewhere in there. I don't trust my pickup gauge anymore. It's off, and I know it is. Planning on working on the Ford motor, but may not be working on the Ford motor. But he's coming down. He wants out of the house, so we might try and get the Denali done and out of there today. I'm ready for it to be out of here. That and the 95. I don't know. 95, we gotta get up under there with either my induction heater or the actual cutting torch, so we can get the exhaust undone, so we can pull both manifolds out and get the new studs in it, so we can put new donuts in it to seal up the exhaust system. So anyway, I guess get to the farm and see what's going on. And yeah, the wind's pretty strong today. So anyway, fun. Thanks for all the nice comments on the 283 build. I'm going to do some. I got a little computer program I can plug all the info in for the 283 and see what they suggest for cams. I've got a couple ideas, just have to see if it works. So, anyhow, we'll be back. Yeah, I've been bad. I haven't picked up the camera, but there's the old fuel pump. We got the new one in. Found out two of the lines you can actually leave hooked up. That one and that one. Everything else has to come undone. Yeah, you can do it with it on the ground. Definitely a two-person job. And then, naturally, something's got to break. Taking the fuel tank strap off. Luckily, I got another frame here. That bolt that he's got laying right there, the clip in there broke and let it free spin. So we had to steal one out of the spare frame. So, yeah. And okay, when we got down, there's the 3 lines back by the fuel tank, 2 on the evap, and 1 coming off the fuel tank. But then there's another plastic line at the front on this particular Denali. This one's sure not matching any of the other Denalis I've done, or not done, watched. This one's kind of a weird one. So we're just getting ready. I just took the blowgun underneath, blew all the dirt and rocks out, so there's nothing there. The tank's been blowed off. Oh, and buddy created a plug so we didn't take a bath in gas, which is a good thing. So anyway, hopefully when I pick up the camera, this thing's running. Well, we got the fuel pump changed. You see Buddy's here. It's gone. One bad thing about warm weather, all the dang little gnats and everything. Denali is still sitting there and hasn't been anywhere for a drive yet. A little over a year ago or so, I can't remember, we replaced the fuse panel in this because it was having issues. Then everything went away for a while. And God, they're bad. The fuel pump we took out was starting to rust, so it was getting some pit holes. But that's not the problem. This thing still got the same issue. But we did find out this. Even if we apply power to the pump wire, it don't seem to like the pump's kicking in. So I did a Google search. And as much dirt and crud was up around there, we're going to be pulling the fuel tank back down to, God dang nuts, to look at the fuel plug, because it might have a burnt spot on it. Now the pump I took out doesn't show that, but for some reason, you know, and this is the other thing, we just can't understand. There for a while, the fuses around the fuel pump fuse didn't have power. Well, the power's back. Okay. The only time the fuel pump sees power to the fuse is when you're cranking. It'll put the, whatever the battery voltage was, battery was getting low. It was down 11.2, so it would put the battery voltage, but when you let the key off, that fuse goes dead. I popped the wires off the ECM, looked for any green goobers or anything bad. Looks good. But the only time the 20 amp fuse the only time the 20 amp fuse for the fuel pump gets any power is when you're cranking. But as soon as you let off, it dies. I swapped the fuel pump relay around with the same one that was in there, and it still didn't make any difference. Had my jumper thing to activate the fuel pump, force it, still don't hear nothing. So, and see, somebody for some reason, and when they got this thing, it wasn't that old. So early in its life, for some reason, either the mechanic was lazy and didn't want to fix it, I don't know, but they ran new wires back, and I've cleaned the ground. I cleaned up the ground. We tested the ground. We got good ground, but it's just like we cannot get the power back to the fuel pump. So it's, and what happened, this thing died in the winter. Snowstorm. She pulled up to get the mail. This might be something else too. I know this thing's got a low oil light thing. She ignored it. 6-quart system. We did dump 5 quarts in it, and that got it to add. So pretty much tells you it was out of oil. Is there some sensor that has activated that's not letting the fuel pump get power like it's supposed to? God dang bugs. So yeah, snowstorm when it died, full tank of gas. She didn't even realize it died until she went to stand on the gas to go. And the first time we got this thing to crank after that, it sounded bad. That's when we got checking and found out it was out of oil. And that was using ether, and yeah, she rattled. But yesterday when I got it to start and run for about 3 seconds, that motor didn't knock anymore. So all this cranking and that has got the oil back up into there. But I just thought of that. Is there some sensor that could be activated to keep this thing? There's no theft lights on. There's no, all the lights go out, and I've scanned this thing. It's not throwing any codes according to this, the scanner. It should be running, but it's not. And like I said, we've gone hot wire to the fuse, got it where the power is going through the fuse, tried cranking it, still nothing. Still refuses to fire. I guess I should have worked on the Ford today. So I thought this was going to be done fast enough that we could have done the 95 exhaust quick and had 2 of them gone, and I had a driver here. God dang bugs, I hate bugs. So yeah, gorgeous freaking day. And the owner was here. She's like, just checking on you, and they're bored. And it would have been perfect timing too when she showed up. The thing would have fired, because before we bolted everything up, we tried firing it, and she just wouldn't go. All right, wait a second here. But like I said, there was so much dirt and crud up there. In order to get the connectors undone, we had to blow the dirt out of them so we could release them. So, and I guess next time Buddy says, hey, maybe we should check, I guess we will. Make sure there was power, but I just don't get why. And then the other day, it's start die. But I don't know how I was even starting, because the fuel pump wasn't working. So I just haven't figured that one out yet. So anyway, I got a few more tools to pick up. I'm just thinking out loud. Not sure if anybody's had this problem with a Denali. Done the Google searches, and the most popular thing that keeps coming back is bad plug on the fuel pump. And since somebody ran wires and abandoned the factory wiring, it makes me wonder why. And like I said, this thing wasn't that old when they got it, so I'm lost. But I needed the fuel pump anyway, because there was metal shards and that down in there, and the top of the fuel pump was rusting. And the fuel pump we put in was a 6.2 Denali fuel pump, matched our old one exactly, other than the fact it's new. So Colorado got me with a bad pin on a plug-in too, so, and that's working fine now. Anyway, I guess, yeah, I want to get out of these bugs. Love sitting outside, but that's where I'm at. There's too many bugs. Alright, well, we just got done with the live stream. Sorry, I screwed up and didn't have the battery charged. I thought it was. And I guess the other day when I Skyped, I laid it down and never shut it off. I thought I did, but oh well. But anyway, yeah, with this Denali, I'll give you the rundown again what all happened to this. Winter storm, she pulled up to get the mail, got the mail, didn't realize it died on her until she stepped on the gas to go and it wouldn't go. Well, it wouldn't start, so they pulled it into the place, got it off the road, and did get it to start the next day or two later. It was going to take it to town, then it died, and it hasn't run since. During that time, when we were trying to get it to run, we got it to fire using the weak junk dime store ether, and it fired, so we knew we still had spark in that, but it had no gas, it had nothing. But then it rattled when we checked the oil. 6-quart system, we dumped 5 quarts of oil in it. I'm starting to wonder if the oil pressure sending unit is not registering the oil pressure, and that's why it's cut the fuel. So, but the other day before I pulled that out, it did start, it burped, about that long. It did run, and it doesn't rattle no more. I really hate to think I got sent a bad fuel pump, but my philosophy is it's man-made. It can and will fail. So I guess next time I put one in, I know what to do to test them now. I'll do that. But like I said, I found 3 articles with the similar to the issue, and the guy's like, well, we didn't look in the plug, but they found, but I would think if the plug was burnt, I should have noticed it on the fuel pump, and I didn't. But I mean, there was a lot of mud, silt, and everything. I don't know. I don't think she's gone mud dogging with it, but maybe the previous owners did. I don't know. Who knows? And here's the last of that. As you're cranking, it finally puts 12 volts to the fuel pump fuse. The second you let off, it goes dead. So, anyway, we'll wrap it up there. See y'all later. Have a good one.